I love doing yoga with my own children because it's the one time when they actually sort of listen to me, and there's a nice calm that just sort of enters the house. It's fun for them, it's good for their coordination, their balance, their concentration, and I love doing yoga too, selfishly, so it's win-win. Being a busy parent can feel absolutely overwhelming and completely crazy. I know that very, very well indeed. And it can feel hard to do anything outside of all the practical stuff that you have to do, picking up from school, feeding them, putting clothes on them, etc. But I think yoga can so easily be slotted into your day because you can do it for the shortest amount of time, whether it's just before the bath or whether it's just after they've had breakfast in the morning, just a few minutes here and there, or a couple of moves that they can learn and practice. That is enough to really benefit you and them. In Yoga Babies, the book, I think Rex doing the downward dog is probably the easiest one for your kid to start out trying. And it's really good for stretching their muscles and getting their strength up and for them to concentrate on the balancing as well. But I also really love Winnie doing the butterfly pose. It's just such a cute picture. And again, a really easy one for your kids to try out. I love reading my kids' books at night time. It's that moment where you just start to transition from a crazy hectic day, especially with my son who's full on and like has a lot of energy. Just that transitional period into the calm nighttime vibe. So sitting down together, reading stories, letting their imaginations run wild, that for me is a really lovely part of my day. We have got tons of favourite books at bedtime. My son is absolutely obsessed with sea creatures. We read a lot of books very specifically about octopuses and squids. But there's lots of storybooks that he loves too. The Whale and the Snail is one of our favourites. Also, Oi Frog, that's a great one. Room on the Broom, obviously the Gruffalo. What other ones? I mean, we read literally a different one every night because he'll bring them home from school. So we've got tons of favourites. And this, of course, has now slipped into our favourites list too, Yoga Babies. I was so lucky to be able to work with a wonderful illustrator called Sheena Dempsey, who is just unbelievably brilliant at drawing and also totally got what I wanted this book to be about. We talked at length about each character, what they would look like, what they might have with them as a little toy or a little quirk, a little characteristic, and also what each setting would look like. I was really keen on making it look very realistic. My house, having 2/4 children, because I have stepchildren, is often very chaotic and a mess. And I wanted that to reflect in this book. So she's drawn lots of lovely little details like scribbles on the wall, a cat jumping out of a window, the car breaking down, all those usual things that we kind of put up with in life. And that you can see all the little details in the background, which is also really fun for your kid to spot whilst you're looking through the book. So working with Sheena was an absolute joy.